This harvest has been a real mixed bag, to be honest. The first part of harvest, we had some really good yields, things went really well. And then the tap turned on and we unfortunately just had a huge amount of rain come through and it cost us a lot in terms of yield on quite a few of the later crops. This is our first year trying maize. It's a crop that has a nice deep root on it and so it breaks up the soil nicely. Yes, it requires a bit of fert up front, but you return a lot of that K back to the soil, whereas if you have a silage crop, you remove, it could be 300 units of potassium off the paddock, whereas we're actually able to return, 90% of that back to the paddock. We definitely got a saving of the N fertiliser this year. One thing that probably limited that saving is I was really trying to push yield with some of our crops, and so I let the N sensor decide what N we were going to put on. Then using the target rate mode, which is a different mode on the sensor, I actually did another small application on top of that, aiming to push the yield potential right out to the 15 tonne mark. But unfortunately, given the season, that type of yield just wasn't achievable. I think our top ones got to just over 14, but we definitely didn't get to the 15 mark like I'd hoped. Precision ag is just helping our farm be more efficient, and we're seeing reduced input costs as a result across the board, fertiliser and chemical as well. And I hope that it's also helping our social licence to operate as well. There are some real social, economic, environmental, cultural benefits out of this that people just, from the outside probably don't actually realise until you actually get into it. It's funny, I never really thought too much about future generations until I had kids of my own. And then once you have kids and you want your kids to have the opportunity to farm where you farm, you start looking around the place going, is this going to be sustainable for the next generation? And that's just me looking at our little farm, but you've got to be looking at the entire industry and thinking, how are we going to make this feasible for the next generation?